The American Midwest is no stranger to the fury of nature. Yet, even seasoned weather watchers were left speechless by the events that unfolded this week. A series of powerful tornadoes ripped through multiple states, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Homes were reduced to rubble, businesses were flattened, and lives were tragically cut short. As of this writing, at least 21 people have been confirmed dead. The storms carved a path of destruction through Kentucky, Missouri, Wisconsin, and Illinois. The hardest hit were Kentucky and Missouri, where the full extent of the damage is still being assessed. In Kentucky, the small town of Laurel County became an emblem of the storm's ferocity. 9 people lost their lives in this county alone, their stories a tragic reminder of the unpredictable nature of tornadoes. Missouri faced its own share of heartbreak, with St. Louis bearing the brunt of the storm's fury. The city's historic landscape was scarred with damaged buildings and downed trees. The storms serve as a chilling reminder of the powerful forces we face. As communities begin the long and arduous task of rebuilding, the nation mourns with them. We offer our deepest condolences to those who have lost loved ones. The devastation in Kentucky's Laurel County is particularly heartbreaking. A powerful tornado, its winds whipping at speeds that defy comprehension, tore through the region in the early hours of Saturday morning. For many residents, there was simply no time to react. The storm's passage was marked by scenes of utter destruction. Homes were reduced to piles of splintered wood and twisted metal. Vehicles were tossed aside like children's toys, their metal frames contorted beyond recognition. Amidst the wreckage, stories of both survival and loss began to emerge. One resident, still visibly shaken, described taking shelter in his basement as the storm raged above. He emerged to find his neighborhood unrecognizable, his own home severely damaged. Another resident spoke of the agonizing wait for news of loved ones, their fate unknown in the chaotic aftermath. Governor Andy Beshear, his voice heavy with emotion, confirmed the 14 deaths in his state. He pledged swift action to aid in the recovery efforts, directing resources to the hardest-hit areas. Emergency shelters were quickly established, providing refuge for those who had lost their homes. The outpouring of support from neighboring communities was immediate and overwhelming, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of tragedy. In Missouri, the bustling city of St. Louis found itself caught in the storm's crosshairs. It was a day that began like any other, the city alive with the rhythms of daily life. But as the afternoon wore on, the skies darkened ominously, and the air grew heavy with the threat of impending doom. Shortly after 2:30 p.m. local time, a large and destructive tornado touched down near Forest Park, a popular destination in the city's west end. The twister cut a swath of destruction through the city, leaving behind a trail of shattered glass, downed power lines, and debris-strewn streets. One of the most dramatic images to emerge from St. Louis was that of the partially collapsed Centennial Christian Church. The church, a beloved landmark in the community, suffered significant damage, with its roof caving in under the force of the storm. Tragically, one life was lost in the collapse, while 3 others were pulled from the rubble by quick-thinking first responders. St. Louis Mayor Kara Spencer, visibly shaken by the scale of the destruction, described the situation as truly horrific. She praised the bravery of first responders and urged residents to remain vigilant as the city began the long process of recovery. The storm left its mark on the city, both physically and emotionally. But amidst the wreckage, the spirit of St. Louis shone through. As the storm clouds clear and the initial shock subsides, the true extent of the damage is becoming horrifyingly clear. The tornadoes have left behind a landscape scarred by destruction, a stark reminder of the awesome power of nature. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, fraught with challenges both seen and unseen. Thousands of people across the affected states are now homeless, their lives upended in the blink of an eye. The material losses are staggering, with homes, businesses, and infrastructure reduced to rubble. But the emotional toll is perhaps even greater, as families grapple with the loss of loved ones, the trauma of the experience, and the uncertainty of the future. In the face of such adversity, the human spirit shines through. Stories of courage, resilience, and compassion are emerging from the wreckage. First responders worked tirelessly, their dedication unwavering as they searched for survivors and provided aid to those in need. Volunteers have flocked to the affected areas, offering a helping hand and words of comfort. Communities have come together, proving that even in the darkest of times, hope and solidarity can prevail. As the affected communities begin the long and difficult task of rebuilding, the nation and the world stand ready to assist. The road to recovery will be fraught with challenges, but with the unwavering support of each other, these communities will rise again. The scars of this disaster may remain, but so too will the spirit of resilience, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit.